look who I've got here, Mr. Robin Vincent of Molten Music.
Hello.
Molten Music Technology.
Yes, it is. It's all about technology, I find, these days.
Yeah. Robin is going to be subject to our 3 big questions. Now,
Yeah.
question number 1 relates to the past, okay? I'd like you to tell me something from the past that's been really pivotal, be it a piece of gear or a gig or something.
Well, there was a time when I was building computers. So I was running a company called Carillon. We were building computers for studios and bits and pieces, and I had the opportunity to build a computer for Sir George Martin.
Wow.
And it was sort of an off the table kind of agreement, behind the scenes sort of thing. But it's one of those things where you take this wonderful computer you've built, take it to the studios down to Abbey Road or Air Studios, I think it was, and he was producing an album of Beatles stuff that he was using Sibelius for, and so he needed a machine that would run fabulous sounds in Sibelius, and so I built this machine. He loaded up, I think it was when I'm 64, a little help from my friends or something. It sounded awful, but he sort of sat there and he stroked his chin and he thought, no, all right, there's something there. So I took it away and I spent an entire week making it sound nice. So doing things like doing all the MIDI controller stuff to affect what was happening in Giga Studio, the sampler software at the time, to make it play nice from his notation, from his from Sibelius sheets. And then then I delivered it to his house.
Wow.
And just spent the day with this man going through it. And within minutes, he had transformed my pathetic week that I'd spent trying to make it sound nice, making it sound beautiful. Because he knew exactly what he was doing. And I was just able to sort of bask in this environment of his house. You know, his wife would bring in tea and biscuits, and we'd sit there and be talking about stuff. And it was just sublime.
Wow.
And it's those moments where you think, you know, the music industry is very loud, very brash, very noisy, and yet you get these moments of stillness. You get these moments where you just think, oh, this is just intelligent music and composition, you know, personified in this person. And it was just lovely. And then we sat in his treehouse and had a cup of tea and things like that. Just, you know, and it's a sort that it changes your life. I'm not sure what into, but it says something about the reality of creativity within this stuff, because we're making these machines which do stuff, but it's the music that comes out of it and that creativity that unleashes is what makes it interesting. And we don't always see that because we're gear. We're always seeing the next thing. Yeah. So I found that very edifying.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now question number 2 is relating to the present. And is there anything, or what have you been up to lately that's been really exciting, sort of within music or within the gear world?
Well, it continues to be this Eurorack adventure.
Right.
It's because I did a seminar this morning talking about getting started in modular, and in my preparation from that, trying to find simple ways to explain why is this any good? Why is it different from playing a synthesizer? And I found that it sort of opened my mind to feelings that I've had, but now I perhaps can articulate them better, in that it's something to do with the creativity isn't coming from the instrument. So your music normally comes from instruments. So you take an instrument, you flow music from it. With modular, my creativity starts a whole level back, and I'm now building the instrument through which I then express myself musically. So I've got a whole extra level of creativity being built into what I'm doing. And you just unpack it and you play with it. And when you do so, you do it smiling. There's you can't do modular without smiling, I find, because it just finds itself and it finds its way, you know. So I'm still very excited about all that.
Okay, great. So the third question then relates to the future. Yeah. And is there anything that you feel that you still need to do, or something that you do that you know is going to happen? What does the future hold?
For me, I'd really like to finish a track.
Right.
I think more than anything, that would make me very happy. I mean, again, with the modular thing, one thing I like about it is that I can create a patch, a piece of music, I can play with it, and then it's gone and it's done. Whereas I have tracks on my computer that have been there for years that I can't seem to finish. So I want to start applying more of the modular mindset to my other places where I make music, so that I can see a finish to something and be happy with a finish and happy to move on and let that be.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's what
That's amazing. No, okay. Robin, thank you ever so much for taking time out.
Oh, you're welcome.
Really wonderful.
It's always lovely.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much.